And welcome back to the David Tomsic Show. I'm David Tomsic, and I'm so glad you can join me today. And I want to let you know we have a great program. It's going to be about tariffs. Yeah, we're going back there. And right off the bat, you can't make this stuff up. So did you know that we're going to war? Basically, on February 1st, 2025. This is when the new trade war occurs. This is when Donald Trump officially levies taxes on multiple countries. Canada, Mexico, and China right off the bat. What does this mean? Well, Donald Trump hopes that because he's going to tariff countries, the products coming into our country will be more expensive, and that manufacturing companies will bring the product back here to be made, creating more jobs in a new America. But many people really don't believe that's going to happen, and it didn't in the first term of Donald Trump's presidency, and it won't now for many, many reasons. I'm a supply chain guy, and I can tell you that's not going to happen. Tariffs will harm America, not induce a manufacturing rebirth. Donald Trump's pursuit of tariffs will make the world poorer, and America too. Okay, so this is true. We find ourselves sort of at a point in time when either you got to understand how the economy and the world economy works or you don't. Understand this, that globalism, as much as many people hate it, is needed. You make things in each country that are best for you and easiest for you and most profitable for you to make. And you trade those products with other countries for things you can't make. Brooms, for instance. If you're making basically a straw broom, why would you make it here? It might end up costing $22, where if you made it in, say, Malaysia, it might cost $3. Sold here for $6, and you're ahead of the game. But right now we're at a point where Donald Trump believes that he wants to destroy the globalism, the international order, and build a new one centered only around America. Will that work? Well, I don't think so. Right off the bat, our partners aren't so happy about it. So because he's going to tariff, first of all, Canada, Mexico, and China, those are the places we get most of our products from. Now, according to the Tax Foundation, they did basically a survey, an investigation. It says Trump's tariffs tracking the economic impact of the Trump trade war. Again, here's the word trade war, because it is a war. It says here, I'll give you one of their findings. We estimate the 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico and 10% tariffs on China proposed to go into effect as early as February 1st, 2025 would shrink economic output by 0.4% and increase taxes by $1.2 trillion between the years 2025 and 2034. Wow, that's a pretty big deal right off the bat. And these are conservative estimates. The Tax Foundation really did this conservatively. Many analysts and tariff economists believe that this could be double that or triple that, okay? I digress on this. So how does this affect people then? How does it affect you? Well, right off the bat, you know prices will go up at some point. Maybe not on February 2nd, but at some point prices will begin to rise on various items. An iPhone, for instance, is made in China. Add another 10%. Well, China's not going to pay for that. The importer pays for it and passes it on to the person selling the iPhone. The iPhone will maybe be charged 10% more, maybe 5% more. How much will that person selling the phone charge you? Will they eat some of the costs? Possibly, but not for long. So we know it's going to raise prices. How's it going to affect our neighbors, our partners, our trading partners north and south of the border? Well, I got some news for you here. So Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum suggested it would impose its own tariffs to retaliate against any Trump tariffs. Now, Trump's hoping to use his negotiating skills to eliminate migration and narcotics trafficking. Now, right off the bat, the narcotics trafficking, Mexico pretty much said, and Claudia Sheinbaum pretty much said, that that's your problem in America, and it is our problem. Believe me when I say it is our problem. We're the ones that consume drugs. You would not have cartels or drug trafficking without a customer base. America is the biggest customer base in the world. How did that happen? Don't blame Mexico or Canada or China. Blame U.S. citizens right off the bat. Okay, so how will this affect Canada? We're going to nail Canada with 25%. Oh my, that didn't go over well with Canada. Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada, said Canada will respond to U.S. tariffs as Ontario's Premier says Trump has declared war. Whoa. Trump has declared war. And it is, again, a trade war. Let me go on record. This isn't a good idea. These are partners, whether you like the trade deals you've made or not, whether you like bringing in lumber from Canada, and if you can get all the lumber here in the world, there's a reason we trade. We trade for various reasons that usually benefit both countries. Now, I'm not going to go too far down the rabbit hole and say that Trump did say that Canada owes us $200 billion a year, because it's not true. It's only about $49 billion a year, and most of that is in trade of oil. So we can't believe all the numbers out there. I just want to let you know that. So we got Canada. We got Mexico. We know they're not happy with it. What about China? Well, China braces for potential trade war after Trump threatens to impose tariffs. China's already preparing their own package of tariffs. They're already limiting the amount of raw earth materials we're getting and other things that we need from China. They're already limiting shipments to the United States there. So this will heat up in the East as well. So what's the real problem here? The problem is that this is a war. There are casualties in war. From The Economist magazine, one of the premier magazines of the world, they say that the world faces its worst trade war since the 1930s. They go on to say the world stands on the brink of multiple trade wars. Some will be unleashed with enthusiasm by Donald Trump, a man who hails tariffs as the greatest thing ever invented. Okay, why? Let's just sum this up. This is a tool to intimidate. This is a tool to force people into making deals. Okay, that's part of the whole thing with negotiating with world leaders. But it's tit for tat. But you got to be careful to what extent you do this. This really goes beyond some basic negotiations. This goes to full and all-out war. And in the end, you, the consumer, will pay the price. And so will the U.S. economy. I'll keep you updated as to how bad things will get. So stay tuned here to the Tom Sig Analysis. And don't forget to check out some of our other videos. I have some links in the description box. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share our channel. And thank you again, and God bless you. And I'll see you next time right here on the David Tomsic Show.